This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
30 years ago this season, Clay County won the boys basketball state championship. Sports director Josh McKinney has more from Manchester on how the late Bobby Keith helped change mountain basketball forever.
In talking with friends, family, former players, and coaches this weekend about Bobby Keith, everyone brought up the 1987 state championship, which was the first for a true mountain school in 31 years, and how it was won not just for Clay County, but for everyone across eastern Kentucky.
Well, when he won the state title in '87, I was covering sports for Manchester Enterprise. And I remember him telling, he said, this is just not for Clay County, this is for the mountains of eastern Kentucky. We've won this state title for all the people in eastern Kentucky.
I think Clay County set the standard, and like anything, if you're gonna, you got to raise yourself up that standard. Boy, you'd better get to work.
I think it did a lot for East Kentucky because you felt like if you could get there, you'd have a chance because, at times the state tournament would been won by teams, inner city schools in Louisville and Lexington area and those kind of things, and even the bigger schools. But when Clay County did it, they're a rural school, just like all eastern Kentucky, and they give us all hope, give us all a chance. And
to beat him, you have to work long hours. You have to work as hard as they do. You have to raise your talent level, and I think he done that to a lot of teams in the mountains. I mean, the mountains thought, you know what, if we're going to compete with Coach Keith, this is what we have to do.
In the 29 years since that '87 state title, 3 more mountain schools have won a state championship. Paintsville in 1996, South Laurel in 2005, and Shelby Valley in 2010. Reporting outside Clay County High School, Josh McKinney, WYMT Mountain Sports.
And good stuff there by Sports Director Josh McKinney. And if you want to watch all of the raw interviews that Josh did, we have those posted online at WYMT.com. Now to basketball. The basketball Cats on display tonight for the entire nation to see. Kentucky held an open practice that was televised for the 3rd straight year. Good chance to see some new and old faces. Yes, Isaiah Briscoe, there you are. As expected, this team looked really fast on the court. A representative from all 30 NBA teams were there. They will be there tomorrow as well. And John Calipari, well, he had his swaggy cow going tonight.
We lose a day here by doing this. Now, do you know who our schedule is? Michigan State, Louisville, UCLA top 10. Go ahead. Kansas.
You come out of the gates
North
3
Carolina,
games in 5 days.
Arizona State. I mean, all of a sudden we're playing and we just lost a day. Fran, you and I talked. I have no offense in. We don't have an out-of-bounds play. I don't even know if they'd know if we were to jump center where to go.
Good stuff there from Swaggy Cow. After the final play in Saturday night's game, Kentucky head football coach Mark Stoops threw his headset and breathed a sigh of relief. His football Cats go into the bye week at 3-3 with a win over Vanderbilt. The game was not pretty. 20-13 the final. Stoops said after the game you want it to look easier because the Commodores had multiple shots at the end zone with less than a minute left in the game. Would have tied the game up if they would have scored a touchdown. But wins like this build character and prove the Cats have made constant improvement.
There is a lot to be said about building on games like that. Until we change the performance on the field when bad things happen, then the result's going to be the other way. Now when bad things happen and you just keep on staying the course, keep on fighting, love, trust, and believe in each other, then good things happen. And not always. It doesn't guarantee you anything, but it gives us an opportunity. And so in that way, it is nice to see.
Now, since Lee Corso went on ESPN's College Game Day and said Kentucky may have the worst defense in the history of football, the Cats have had 3 straight stellar performances. Saturday against Vandy, the Cats held the Commodores to just 13 points. The last 3 opponents, South Carolina, Alabama, and Vandy, have averaged just 19 points per game. Compare that to the average of the first 3 games. That was 43. Yikes. You can tell something has changed.
The Lee Corso thing had a big part to it. We just really wanted to prove everybody wrong because I felt like, man, everybody had lost faith in us. And, everything that we did tonight and last week, we're going to keep continuing to do is for our fans because at the end of the day, our fans have our back no matter what, and we need to support them and, get them ladies and gentlemen to show.
All right, the Cats have an open week. Then they will stay in Lexington and host the Mississippi State Bulldogs on Saturday, October 22nd. The time and TV channel have yet to be determined. Should find out more about that on tomorrow. Injured Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo handed out flowers to breast cancer survivors. The Cowboys hosting the Bengals today. First quarter, no score, Ezekiel Elliott. 13-yard touchdown run, 7-0 Cowboys. They were up 21-0 at the half. We go first possession of the third quarter. Very first play from scrimmage. Elliott, 60 yards to the house. He ran for $134. He's the third rookie in NFL history with at least 130 rushing yards in 3 straight games. Cowboys win 28-14. Tomorrow night at 11, of course, we will release the new Mountain Top 10 rankings. That's sports, and we'll be back.